Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Carol Worldwide. I don't remember how we start the show anymore. We're a local satire and current events podcast, right?
Yep. Who are you?
I'm Dennis.
I'm Randy.
I'm Sherry.
All right, we've been sporadic, but we're going to try to be better now.
Are we?
We're going to try to be better.
As long as the people give us something.
It's not going to be
which they
worth
did.
it.
The people are going to give us something. So this is some of these headlines are yours. Sykesville Out Loud had an over poster. Sykesville Out Loud being the third of the Sykesville online communities.
The third. There's many Sykesville online communities.
Oh.
There's
I thought there was three. I don't know.
we got Sykesville Online. We have Sykesville Ass Eaters. We have Sykesville Uncensored. We have Sykesville Online.
You just said Sykesville Online twice. Or is Sykesville Online and Sykesville Online community two different things?
I think so. Yes.
And we have
Out
Sykesville.
loud. Out loud.
Sykesville.
Okay, so tell us what's happening in this intrepid little community.
So there was this guy who was posting a lot in all the different community groups, just like alt-right conspiracy theory links and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it's one of those people who like thinks like their bad memes are funny. Like by calling it a meme, it becomes funny.
Right. But he was posting a lot of volume, and his post maybe got 1 like or 0 likes. Generally, on average, a like.
He was
like a pity like.
he was like a quantity, not quality.
Very much so.
10 ones and 110 are the same thing.
Right, and the more something is on rotation, the less valuable it becomes. So this guy was not a very valuable member of the community groups.
No.
Because it was such high quantity. So nobody really paid attention to him. He was very uninteresting. Finally, someone wrote in the Sykesville Out Loud group, we'll just call this guy Mr. X.
Mr. X.
So this guy wrote, does anybody else think Mr. X is completely annoying and not funny in the least?
Oh, okay. This caller outer is not Mr. X.
Right.
The poster.
The poster is Mr. X, yes. So then all of a sudden the guy became interesting. This post it went on for like 3 or 4 days. It got like 130 comments. It got, I don't know how many, 100 likes, 80 likes, something like that. Several people commented. I blocked him a long time ago.
Yeah. I think I snoozed him.
Right. Or they snoozed him, or they took a break, or unfollowed, or whatever. Excuse me.
This is choking you up.
Yeah.
You just don't want to be
very emotional for me.
You don't want to be this person. It's
your
deepest, darkest fear.
The thing. You know how like when kids are getting jumped on or bullied or dragged or whatever, their parent might come out and defend them. In this case, this guy was getting dragged in this particular thread. And his son, I think it's his son, came to his rescue to stick up for him, which is... That's got to be the pinnacle of humiliation when your son's got to be like, leave my dad alone.
Wait, but hold on. Like the boomers are the children on Facebook, and like the kids are the adults on Facebook. So it really tracks.
It does track, yeah. But this guy.
So what was his defense for his dad? Like,
I don't remember. I didn't read it.
Look, my dad just like sniffs paint all day. Like you got to give him some.
It was the
slack.
people who said, "Oh, I blocked him a long time ago. He's an idiot," and
a few
he was
people
talking to them.
I saw that the most spirited defense from a non-family member, I would say, would be, you can just block him. Why do you have to comment on it?
But people kept commenting on it.
Right. But like, I think it's because the reason why is because people are like, oh yeah, that was annoying. I was meaning to say or do something about that.
Now, if I were him. It
struck a vein.
Yeah. If I were him, the big mistake he made was he kept excusing himself and talking to people about it. Whereas I think that if he had said nothing and not addressed it at all, the whole thread would have sank. Completely.
Maybe.
Now, I've seen this happen before in other groups where someone attacks someone else and other people jump in. The attackee says nothing and nothing happens because there was no reaction. But he gave it to us and he had his comeuppance. And
I haven't seen him since, but then again, I was snoozing him, so.
Right. So I think after having that comeuppance, he may have learned his lesson and had a reflection of his own.
Only the highest quality memes, not everything that you see. I mean, I feel like he just went on a crappy Facebook page and just shared every single thing that came across his feed.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't anything factual or news related.
Or original.
It was just conspiracy theory stuff that like we'd all seen and that has already been debunked.
Oh. What are you saying?
Plandemic, stuff like that.
What are you saying is a conspiracy?
You want to go over all the conspiracy theories?
No, in fact, I don't, because I'm confident 30% of people would be enraged by the things that we think
30.
are not true. At least.
Probably 5.
I'd say more than 30%.
Yeah, I think
Way
a
more.
lot.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
But then the person who became the most annoying person then?
So,
Not
wait a minute. But this is funny. On that same group, someone else posted about that post saying, look, can you all just move on with your lives? And then that one got 100 or so comments, still bashing that other guy.
Oh, that's look.
This guy's never been interesting before until now.
But I think to make him hateable, I think is fair.
But now
Sure.
he's quiet. He's been disposed of. Then someone else popped in.
He was summarily dismissed.
Yeah, this post made me laugh out loud. Read that. I'm done here. Too many political posts. Goodbye, Sykesville Out Loud. This is what this guy posted in Sykesville Out Loud, right?
Uh-huh.
I swear, an hour later, he posted this. Why was my post not posted? So he came back.
Well, let me see the timestamps.
All it says is 4 days ago.
Everyone has way too much time on their hands.
That's the quarantine has caused a lot of problems.
A lot of problems.
But I love that he announced he was leaving, and then went, wait a minute. Where's my announcement?
There's a
Why does no one care that I'm leaving?
There's a Facebook page dedicated to people screen capping people leaving groups.
Oh.
I think I'm in that one. It's called I'm Leaving This Grump and Never Coming Back.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good for tagging.
Okay, so Randy's all about that. I mean, again, all these groups go through the same permutations. I will say, I don't know if this is one thing we're talking about. The people trying to get out of the Sykesville Ass Eaters group that occasionally bubble up, that does
best.
make me laugh every time, because I think there probably is a significant portion of people who like literally don't know what happened and are confused and are like, "Oh, let me out."
I still see lost dog things on there too.
Well, hey, if there's anything that belongs in Sykesville Ass Eaters, it's lost dogs. They sniff butts all the time.
It's true.
That's right. That's
true.
a group that's meant for them. Sherry, you've been very quiet. Do you have any contribution?
No, I don't. I have nothing to contribute.
Okay.
Well-
You're just here for the gender quota?
I am the token female.
We have other news coming out of Sykesville from the Ass Eaters group.
Oh my gosh. This is just a real...
A guy posted a screenshot of a private message he had with another guy that I think is a fake account.
Oh.
But the guy starts with guy number 1 saying to guy number 2, "Go back to school, you numbnuts." And guy number 2 saying, "You think you got the balls to call me, mother effer?" And he types his phone number out. Says, "Let's see how big your balls are." So guy number 1 says, "Sorry, dude, not into gay phone sex. Not sure what kind of weird shit you're trying to throw here, but you sound like you're pretty excited about my balls." So then, guy number 2 says something super, super disturbing. Wait, I don't think... Has Sherry seen this?
No.
Clearly not.
May have.
I think I saw this in the wild.
Yeah, because you're a bitch and your kids need a really father figure and you're a worthless effing N lover. How's Biden's balls taste?
This is all
that's
private messages.
It's a very delightful conversation between two people. But I looked at this guy because I was like, who's going to say that? And I think this guy's a fake account. And I think the phone number goes to like a store or something. We should call it and find out. This is what's going on in the Ass Eaters community. We don't need this kind of static amongst these people.
Oh my God.
Just like
I hate everyone.
Just an innocent bit of violence turned angry gay sex turned into
Racism. Yeah, as it does.
And misogyny. Don't forget the misogyny.
and misogyny.
Yeah.
Well, and good parenting, right? You said someone needs a father figure.
And mom shaming. Sure. All my favorite things.
And mom shaming. But then, but the reason why we know this is the person who had this thrown back at them screenshotted all this.
Yes.
This was not on the page. This was everyone being big in direct messages.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As they are.
Yeah. But it became real. Mm-hmm. Still real to me, damn it. Okay, so that escalated way faster than I expected.
Everyone's really angry.
They really are.
Well, look,
I'm not.
Let me talk about that, right?
I need to drink more.
Hold on. Everyone in the back of their mind thought this was going to be over. Didn't matter, right? Even
in 2 weeks, yeah.
Not in 2 weeks necessarily, but even though I read the damn Atlantic piece that said this is not going to be over and the U.S. is going to do the worst job, and I posted it on Facebook and said, here's why, and a bunch of people got mad at me, and then I was right.
And you were right.
And I was right.
When did you post it?
in March.
So you predicted the future accurately.
I posted an article that predicted the future accurately and said, here it is, I'll come back to this. And then in May, I came back to it and said, here we are. And then a bunch of people got mad at me because I continued to dunk on everyone.
Right.
But
It's right. It's true.
But even so, there is still this hope. And now, like, we're not going to have the NFL. Let's get that out there first. Not going to happen. No full season. This stuff's happening, and it's not happening everywhere else. And that's making people a little testy.
Football really is going to be a fantasy this year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, at any rate, people are mad because they got to wear masks. Things are not the way they should be. I don't know why.
They are mad that they have to wear masks. Yes.
Doesn't that segue into something else we had or something?
Yes, it does.
So, Randy, tell me about...
It probably segues into 50 things we could talk about.
Tell me about the Combat Karens.
Yeah, so this is just in.
So you're going to read... Maybe Sherry should read it.
Breaking news.
It's a female voice. Yeah. Sherry, we haven't had you talk enough today.
Oh, my God. I have to be this person?
Well, you're an actor or an actress.
Mm-hmm. Anti-maskers, I need you to please eat at Firehouse Subs in Westminster tomorrow. Huh? I was harassed because my mask wasn't high enough for them. So as I walked out, I knocked over some chips in a chair, which is a completely rational thing to do.
Yeah, that's like a normal thing to do.
The dude got in a company car. I did not realize that Firehouse Subs had company cars.
You thought working at Firehouse Subs was cool? Wait till you hear about our company car.
And he followed me for at least 10 minutes. I pulled over 2 times to see what he wanted. He threatened me, called me some nice names, and said if I came back, he would beat my ass. On Main Street at the light, he pulled up next to me to threaten me again, but was a pussy every time I got out of my car. And then there's a lot of emojis with clowns and laughing, crying, smiley faces and eyeballs.
Stable person.
Yeah. Oh, he said there was a warrant out for my arrest. I spoke to a police officer for 20 minutes. I guess they got my license. He told them I threw a chair. Neglected to speak on his negligent driving, handheld phone while driving, stalking, harassment, and threats. There's always 2 sides to a story, my friends, and he forgot to tell a lot. P.S. There's no warrant for my arrest. Feel free to tag them if you can. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. I said her name. That?
Yeah.
Whatever. Listen, bitch.
Wait, this is you talking now
yeah,
to her,
this
right?
is me.
Yes.
You come into my place of business and you're not wearing your mask properly, I'm going to ask you to leave just the same way that guy does. And let me tell you what, if you try to destroy my property, I'm going to do the same thing that guy did to you. I'm going to chase you down and I'm going to make you pay for it. So go fuck yourself.
There we go. I think that this is a situation where 2 wrongs don't make a right.
No,
but
they don't.
No, I think he should have chased her down harder.
I think he should have committed. He should have run her off the road and blown her up Ben-Hur style in chariots, right? Just had the whole thing. Or he probably should have just stayed in his store.
Probably.
But the middle ground I'm not so happy with.
Let me tell you what. I've chased down people down Main Street for less.
Really? For what? Name one. Name one thing you chased him down Main Street for.
Using my bathroom without purchasing anything.
We did have a flow chart about that, I think.
About bathrooms?
About using my bathroom without purchasing anything?
Yeah, about can I get free stuff from a business without purchasing something? I'll find it.
No, you cannot.
Right. Yeah, that was the idea.
So yes, I will exit the building and say to you in no uncertain terms, you are not welcome back in here because this is not a free bathroom for you to do whatever the hell you just did to my bathroom.
Whoa.
For 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah. People who sneak in to use the bathroom often linger.
Well, I will also say that our no mask activists' call to action is very confusing because she was asking no mask proponents to go buy stuff.
To go eat there.
Which I think what she meant is like go in without your mask and make them mad.
Okay, so let me tell you what happens when a patron comes into your restaurant or your store.
And then the health
where
officials.
And the health officials are there, or someone calls and tells on you, which has been a rampant problem here in at least Westminster. The first time you get a warning. The second time, the sheriff comes. And the sheriff is not there just to shake your hand. So this is serious shit. This is people's livelihoods. This is the way they feed their children. So fuck the fuck off and wear your fucking mask.
It's not a business. It's not a restaurant's choice at
No,
this point.
Wait.
this is not my decision. I want you to wear a mask. I'm completely 100% behind that. But I am not making these rules up. This is something that has come down as a mandate from on high. You have to wear a mask in order to enter a public place. So put your mask on and shut the fuck up.
She probably was one of those people that just had their nose exposed, like they didn't know any better, right?
I think that's what it was, literally.
I mean, she said not high enough, and I'm like, that's a way of saying you don't know how to wear a goddamn mask, dummy. It's not that hard. The average person is staggeringly stupid, so I don't want to think that they're
Staggeringly
so
stupid.
I don't want to give them too much credit.
Yes.
But I do think that I think it's fundamentally understandable that you wear your mask over your nose at this point.
I have my mask on over my eyes. Is that good enough for you?
I have a.
I had a sad mask moment where there was this guy that I was I couldn't really get to, but he was older and his mask was on over his stuff, but he was old and it was starting to ride up as he was very precariously carrying his groceries.
Oh dear God.
And so he was starting to get a mask over his eyes and face, but I was in my own grocery predicament, but he didn't fall and I felt better because I was do I abandon the cart? Does he not want me to come near? I had all these
That is a tricky situation.
it was like a Seinfeldian pandemic moment, and he persevered.
I
think
wonder how Jerry Seinfeld would handle the pandemic. That's an interesting thought.
let's just do like everyone else. Let's write a Seinfeld spec script and just do that reading as one episode.
Okay, I think we should.
You gotta wear the mask. No mask? No mask.
Oh, I'm not wearing the mask, Jerry.
Oh, you're gonna wear the mask, Kramer. It's mind control, Jerry. Yeah, by the way, I'm offering $50 to anybody that can logically explain to me how the mask is mind control, how a free piece of cloth.
Wait, someone thinks that?
Yeah, that's the whole conspiracy. It's
sure.
mind control, you sheep.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not literal mind control, but it's beginning to accommodate a tyrannical government.
Okay, but they're saying mind control, and I want to understand how. So,
Okay.
$50, Venmo, PayPal, cash, anything.
I hope our listenership has declined, so you don't get a lot of crazy people trying to explain this to you.
It has to be logical. That's the thing.
Okay.
It can't be lizard
And
people.
I guess Randy's determining what is logic, so.
Speaking of $50, we have a sponsor.
We do have a sponsor.
Yay!
One of our favorite places, Island Green in Westminster. And I call this place the loophole because when things were locked down and one of the first things that was allowed to be open were golf courses, they were allowed to be open. So you could go there, hit some balls. You could grab a beer.
Hit some balls
You could
in
get
public.
food. Hit some balls in public. Yep. So every Wednesday, Wine Wednesday, you got $1 off all wines and a $5 featured wine every week. They have live music and have had live music because it's
Nice.
outside.
Yes.
Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all outdoor entertainment facility. They have over 60 craft beers and wines. They have that coffee stout that I like so much.
They've got driving lanes. They got miniature golf.
Yeah. So Island Green, if you need a place to hang out this weekend and you're sick of staying home, and it's nice out, which is going to be for several more weeks, a few more months, go there. They also have trivia. They have weekly trivia. Hit them on their website.
We'll put a link.
They have cornhole.
Good times.
They have trivia. They have they have karaoke.
Cool.
Come on. What else are you going to do?
Sounds great.
Love that place, don't we?
Let's go.
Let's go. We should have a live broadcast there.
That would be so much fun. Will they provide the beer?
I bet they will.
You don't have portable broadcast abilities yet.
Not yet. I'm thinking about working
Well,
on it.
you get some more sponsors. Maybe you
All
can
right.
upgrade the equipment.
Getting the sales pressure here.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a PSA
Okay.
Okay.
because
go ahead.
we're good people and we like to deliver good news. This is
Well, two of us
Have
are.
you heard the good news?
Stratosphere Social in Eldersburg in London Town Boulevard. This is the place that used to be the
Trampoline park.
trampoline park. Now it's like an adult trampoline park and bar and have parties and stuff like. When I say adult, I don't mean porn, but because you're looking at me like,
Well, that would
this
be
is going off the
interesting.
rails fast.
Yeah.
It is a multi-function entertainment complex now.
well, because the carnivals are canceled, they're going to have a fundraiser for the Sykesville Fire Department August 9th through the 13th. Stratosphere Social will
That's soon.
donate 20% of their proceeds on amusement, food, and beverage purchases to the Sykesville Fire Department.
That's well, and you could
And
probably
wear your mask when you go there, please.
You could also get carry out if you have some, health restrictions and just want to help out everybody.
How long before we have masked bouncers? I overheard or overread or whatever a guy in some comments talking about he works at a liquor store and he was bouncing people because they weren't wearing their mask in the store.
Isn't that what you have to do?
You can't go into a liquor store without a mask.
Right.
on.
Sherry just said she is one. She's a mask bouncer.
But I mean
am
like
a
a
bouncer.
dedicated guy at the front with their arms crossed.
I had a
The
woman,
grocery store has that.
I had a woman come in today and say to me, "If I stand far enough away from you, can I order food?" And I was like, "No, you can't. How are you going to pay me? You got to
Right.
get close to me to pay me.
Yep.
Plus, it's just, I just don't.
How are you going to get your food? Go get your goddamn mask out of your car."
That's Elaine right there of our Seinfeld thing.
Okay, well, yeah.
Maybe.
It was close.
Elaine is very pragmatic, so yeah, sure.
She would be like, I'm not anti-mask. I'm fine with them. I just don't have it right here.
She dates a guy that she really likes and he says, these
He's
masks.
he's like QAnon. He's like, oh
Yeah, these masks are Bill
Do I
Gates mind
waste a
control.
mask on this guy?
yeah.
Is he mask worthy?
What did you swipe right in the pandemic? Where do you meet? Anyway, you had what's a conspiracy? Did we talk about your conspiracy theory? I'm confused.
I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory, but there's been a couple local.
Well, you wrote it down as Randy's conspiracy theory.
Okay, fine. There were a couple local restaurants that announced up front that one of their employees had COVID and they had to close for a little while and make sure everybody was tested and make sure everything was sanitized.
That seems responsible, but
very responsible.
but very financially draining.
financially draining for the sake of being responsible.
And
Yes.
that's what you'll find from a local small business.
And
Yes.
you mean to tell me that Walmart has had 0 cases among their employees?
Bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, are they so big that it's okay because we can maneuver around the virus, sort of dodge the virus?
Sure, of course you can dodge the virus if you're too big.
But we also have Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, and all these places have had 0 cases.
Bullshit.
It's the locally owned places that are suffering from closure.
Yes. Yeah, we're the
For
only
being honest.
We're the only ones who hire people from around here. Complete bullshit. You can't tell me that there's not a grocery store or a shitty whatever Walmart type store.
Hate chicken.
Hate chicken.
Let's
place.
get on that. Bang that drum.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
hasn't had a single person test positive for COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
Speaking of hate chicken, there's a new traffic pattern.
Thank God, because it couldn't be more confusing.
I didn't try to understand it.
Did we name this the worst parking lot
Yes.
in Westminster, or was it a
No.
tie between Starbucks and the library?
It's
Because the
wrong.
library is a
Might
pretty
be-
bad.
It might be the worst parking lot in the United States.
It's definitely the worst parking lot in Westminster. We've had this conversation with both Sherry and Steve, but in Carroll County, bar none, in the state of Maryland, I would say the Pikesville Trader
Pikesville, yep.
Joe's
That
is
definitely.
incredibly atrocious. But
I'm
Trader,
not
but Trader,
familiar with that one, but
Trader Joe's business model is to ruin shopping centers effectively. They rent a space that's too small, that's crowded, that's underpriced, and doesn't have enough parking as part of
But there's
the
also a
business
crowded Starbucks around the corner there,
so
too.
that must also be Planet Fitness's
Planet
business.
Fitness is a movie that I have under my bed.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Planet Fitness's business model as well.
model. Yes. Well, and that shopping center was clearly never meant to have people stay at their parking spot for an hour and a half, which is what people do at the gym if they're working out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know about that, but Randy does.
Hey, at our gym, if you're working out, you don't have to wear your mask, and that's part of the mandate.
Really?
If you're doing something strenuous, you can take the mask off, yes.
So what if you're walking between machines?
That if you're doing it strenuously. Loophole.
Static in the Sykesville community?
Enjoy the COVID.
We already talked about that. That was static in our Sykesville ass eaters community, which still bothers me.
Okay, we talked about
We
that.
need to be more cohesive.
Okay, we did such smooth transitions. We didn't call out the bullet points. Okay, so This is the secret story I haven't told you
No,
about.
we didn't finish the story about the worst parking lot.
Oh, I mean, it's still the worst parking lot. I don't care what changes they made.
They made a new traffic pattern, but I don't understand what it is.
I haven't been there. We'll have to do a field trip. We'll like say to Sherry, "Oh, we're gonna go somewhere nice," and we'll be like the dog to the vet. We'll like drive through the drive-through at Hate Chicken, and she'll be, "Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!" And then like
Clawing at the window.
And then Randy will get his like comeuppance because he'll like pass out after eating Hate Chicken, and then we'll like wheel him into the massage place, and he'll be like, "No, let me out! Let me out! Let me out!"
And what's going to be your punishment, Dennis?
I don't know. I hate being sticky, so you'll like dunk me in honey afterwards or something.
Okay.
You and I do that on Sundays anyway.
I mean, that's but
The man with a 4-year-old hates being sticky.
well, I mean, I make
I'll bet you're sticky a lot.
I make sacrifices for my child. Doesn't mean I like being sticky. So okay, you can maybe splice this in, do some dream music. But back last time we recorded, we talked about the Samsung haters group, and I was like, I haven't really had any experience with Samsung.
But yeah, it is funny.
I would join it, but I don't have a Samsung, Randy. My wife listens to the podcast and says, Dennis, we have a Samsung refrigerator, a Samsung freezer, a Samsung stove, and a Samsung TV. So I'm 100% wrong about my Samsung experience. But then I'm like, well, I haven't had that many problems with it. And then the next day, my oven starts to throw the breaker. It stops working. So I can't get my oven to bake anything. And then my refrigerator, there's a little like spring that keeps the fridge shut. The spring breaks. So I effed up. I did not take Samsung seriously, and now Samsung is screwing me hard.
Yep.
Oh my God!
Can
Dennis.
you imagine
They're
the hubris?
listening.
The hubris that was involved with that.
I'm so glad I don't have any Samsung products.
You better make sure. Look, I thought I was in the clear too.
I don't. I know I don't.
Maybe it was like a Mandela effect. Maybe I didn't have any Samsung products, and then realities got melded together, and I did. Who can say? Because it just is so inconceivable. I'd be wrong about something. I'm looking at the other options just to make sure.
Might be.
So shout out my wife who proved she listened to the podcast yet again.
Thanks for listening.
And proved that I was wrong, which is something she likes too.
I'll bet she does.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but it's noteworthy.
I'll bet it does.
That's all we got except the top 10, right?
Is that it?
Yeah, you got a top 10?
Am I up? I do have a top 10.
Oh.
Okay, let's do it.
What is the topic? We didn't even talk about this. Surprise.
These are the top 10 things that I would rather do than navigate the worst parking lot in Westminster for Hate Chicken.
Oh, man.
Is Planet Fistmas one of them?
Yes, it is. Merry Fistmas to you, too. Number 10. I would rather have to continue to explain to people that they cannot come into the cafe without a mask and watch the eye rolls.
Oh, jeez.
Number 9, colonoscopy. Number 8, root canal. Number 7, spend the afternoon with Karen. Number 6, a public pelvic exam.
Oh.
Number
Public?
5.
Wait, public?
Public.
That makes it even worse.
In front of people?
In front of people.
That's the word public.
Number 5, lick the bottom of a crab house dumpster.
Oh.
Why the bottom?
These are the things I would rather do.
The top is the more appealing part of the dumpster.
Number 4, I would rather eat 7-Eleven sushi. Number 3, I would rather drink Flint, Michigan tap water.
This is some serious stuff.
Number 2, I would rather prostitute myself to overly horny, saggy-assed elderly men.
Okay.
I mean, I've done that.
And number 1,
But
are
you didn't
guys
get
ready?
paid, Randy.
Prostitute. Yeah, you didn't get paid for it.
Oh, right.
The number 1 thing I would rather do than navigate the worst parking lot in the United States for Hate Chicken is a weekly Thanksgiving dinner with my extended family.
Boo, boo, da, boo. So just to be clear, you will brave the parking lot for other good purposes, but not for Hate Chicken.
I will never brave the parking lot for Hate Chicken.
But you will.
In fact, I have stopped patronizing other establishments in said parking lot because it is the worst parking lot.
That's what I was going to say is people really like that liquor store. What's your go-to liquor store if you're not going there?
I go to the House of Liquors. They are a big sponsor of the Pride Festival. And
Very good.
Yeah, they're really great people.
Okay.
You can go to Island Green too, because I think you can buy alcohol there and take it with you.
Well, I guess I'll start going there.
I mean, look, this is still quarantine-ish, pandemic. She can't do restaurant prices. Okay, she's got to be in bulk. Okay, we got to do like we'll see. I don't know.
Wine
Yeah,
Wednesday. Wine Wednesday at Island Green.
I gotta buy the big handle of the Kettle One vodka. There's just no point.
Yeah,
I'd have to go back every day. I mean, it would just be ridiculous.
You don't want to be the person who like waits till 10:05 till it opens. Like I don't want to be the person who gets there right away, but you're clearly there.
I can't be the person that goes to liquor store 7 days a week. 5 is fine, but 7, I just draw the line there.
5, yeah. 7 is a problem.
7's a problem.
5 means that you're a 9 to 5 person.
5 means that I entertain a lot.
Yeah. Well, and you can't get rid of people a lot either. That's right.
I'm entertaining.
Is that
during
everything?
the pandemic.
I'm glad that you came alive as the podcast went on. I feel like you were a little bit of a punk when we
I kind
started.
of zoned out because I didn't know anything about the Sykesville story. Sorry, my bad.
That's okay. I think the listeners just would have missed you if you stayed that way.
Of course.
Sometimes I get quiet, when I don't have anything, relevant
You're just trapped with your dark thoughts.
I was going to a dark place. I must admit it.
Yeah. Was The Cure playing in your head?
It was.
Okay. All right. I'm Dennis.
I'm Randy.
I'm Sherry.
See y'all later.